What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Taco Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. I made some fire tacos. I'm just sitting up here, just relaxing, chilling, maxing, like LeBron said. Taco Tuesday. I don't know how many of you I can get up here, but I'll talk to myself and just leave it as be. What up, RC? It's so funny that you joining me right now on Hot Take Tuesday. Some people ain't gonna be mad at me for this, but you know what? I can say what I want to say, how I want to say it, when I want to say it, why I want to say it, and for whatever reasons, and then we can talk about it, right? But because we really don't know until Selection Sunday has never meant more to me than it will this time around, and that's just mainly because I believe they get it. They have it right about the top seeds, right? The top 1 seeds, 2 and 3, and so forth. I think they got it right. If I'm not mistaken, it's kind of like the way it started out at the beginning of the season in the AP rankings is how it looks, and here we are, right? As you know, I'm a USC fan. What's up, Jacob? Supporter. But I have other teams I appreciate and players and stuff like that. I love the game, I'm not. I mean, if that's being biased, then that's what it is. But and it could be biased by region, could be biased. What I'm going to say by, I don't know, player. I don't know. I don't think any of my takes have been super wrong. You know what I mean? I don't think my takes have been at all off. I called a lot of people would lose, and then I saw a lot of people that I never. I mean, there's times in the season where I believe that certain teams were like, "Woo, if they keep playing like this, then they could do that." You know what I mean? But Notre Dame, no. Texas, no. Never saw that. I mean, we were this close to being number 1 seed and number 1 rank. Even the fact that we didn't play a bunch of rank this and rank that. Hey, Eric Gary, what up? What up? Let me say hello to everybody first. Texas got punished big time and deservingly. I don't know what you mean by that, RC. Texas should have never been ranked number 1. Oh, yeah. Hey, Eric, yeah. Jacob Pearl, I'm pretty much chill right now. The conference tournament ended with a much-needed win. What a fantastic season. The real job begins. I have my thoughts on what you guys saw us at the end of the game. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you one hot take, and then I'm going to give you my biggest hot take. I don't think there's anybody in the country. And then, if it doesn't happen and I'm wrong, we'll be watching the tournament together, and we'll talk, hey, Drew, I thought you said. I'm going to say this. I don't think there's anybody in the country that can beat UCLA but the Trojans. It's hard to beat somebody 3 times. I pretty much felt that we should have lost like 3 or something. But when Juice hit that 3, stole that ball, actually, Coach had taken her out for a second. I guess she was about to fold. And I think Lindsay's mentality was like, man, this ain't our day. Our legs aren't there. Shots aren't falling. Big Kiki ain't doing Kiki enough. And definitely second half we weren't getting calls when Drew was penetrating, because that's what you do when you know when you need you bucket, you get a three. Some people get it a three by shooting, and some like us, we get it by and ones. That's hooping. So at the end, Eric, it was like, I mean, very, very end. It was crazy because and we got a steal. It was like we couldn't like surpass them. Once we caught up to them, like by three, it was like not enough time on the clock. Heavily guarding you. Everybody else spread out. Get into your positions. We're looking for you to score, what have you. Ball's not falling. They just got tougher on us at the end. Ju, she got blocked. I mean, she was going in there tough. Someone said she choked. I seen something online. I seen something on somebody else's channel. I jumped on their neck so hard. I'm like, choke, ain't nobody choke. Choke is when you don't take a shot. Choking is when you miss a wide open shot. It wasn't nothing like that. That's some bullshit. I didn't catch the end. It's okay. What happened? I'm not trying to be funny. I know you're not. Just pretty much second half just didn't look like the first half. I mean, we were just in control, dominating. They turned it up. Some of their players that that need to have been, that I've always been worried about, Duklec and Tamia Gardner, were hitting some shots. Nothing real. Ju couldn't get that double on Betts down. Betts turned it up. I don't really think they did anything that an adjustment or specific adjustment. I think that they got chewed out so bad that they needed to have beaten us. But I don't think they should have won. I think they should have caught us and do like we did last year, or we go into overtime. And I know that Corey, and I don't know Coach Gottlieb, too well, but tendencies I can only go by. I know that she kind of like took her foot off the gas, and I think she did so as a way of like, this is not our day. We had 2 games prior that were their 2 games, Ohio State, and I'll never forget people who were telling me that Ohio State was going to do this and going to do that. They're going to win. I just cannot understand what you're seeing in Ohio State now. If Ohio State turns something miraculously on in the tournament, then so be it. But regular season, booty. They didn't wear them down at all. They didn't wear them down enough, and neither did Maryland. Both, injury riddled. So UCLA had a lot of rest. Now, I'm gonna tell you straight up, had there been a rest in between, just give me one day. Just give my kids one day a rest in between to play UCLA. You wouldn't have won. That's what happened to Eric. That you wouldn't have won. But no excuses. It happened. It's hard to, I would have preferred I kind of thought it was going to be a split and then we'd win the tournament. But I didn't really know how important it was just to win the tournament. I mean, to me, you would have had to, we would have had to been arguing over who's an overall number 1 seed. That's how Chris Gottlieb felt. So we'd have been having to argue about that if we had done that. And then Texas losing, then it would have been an argument between us and South Carolina. And it's like, no, you can't do that, South Carolina, because you lost to people that we beat. So us being number 1 seed, being a shiny new coin and all that kind of stuff, I'm cool. I'm cool with it not being that way, because I really actually came up here to tell you guys with the brackets. Like I said, we'll find out more. But if I go by what I seen, the brackets and who we got to get by, it would look like we would need to play Duke. That would be our toughest competition in our bracket. Hold on. They said Jew choke. Yeah, they got to nerve to say Jew choke, please. Okay, so what happened the last 2 seasons in the championship games with Caitlin's? Sorry, RC, but that same shit, right? I mean, you won the Pac-12 the same way, Jew, unless you said you wanted them to rest despite them winning the tournament. Yeah, we won the Pac-12. We did. What did I say? I said that I don't even know who the hell Stanford had to play to even play us. Like, they just showed up. I didn't even pay attention to them. But what I was saying was, like, it was 3 days in a row. I don't know if they did it the Pac-12 the same way. I don't think I'll do it that way. I'm sorry, but what about what happened in Pac-12? We won. You scored 9 points, and Forbes stepped up. Padilla stepped up. Our seniors stepped up, and that's what I needed in this. I needed my seniors stepped up. SoCal beat UCLA twice already. Oh yeah, we beat them twice in regular season. We're the regular season champs. Then it was time to play, you know, for the Big Ten championship. And I was saying that, we both got the bye, so then we meet up and we're playing 2 games, and they played 2 games. And I'm saying the people that they played, you should have saw them. They got the rest. They like came out third quarter or something like that, just sitting back resting. What's up, Juju? Do they have brackets out already? No, they have a bracket out, but it's not the final. But from the looks of it, we're a top seed for sure. That shouldn't change. Then they're arguing over who's the overall top seed, whether it be South Carolina or it's going to be UCLA. I think it would probably be UCLA. But then on the other hand, I think it could be South Carolina because they do this quad 1, 2, 3, 4 thing. I know we should be a quad 3 out of the 2 because they both won the, like I was saying, and really no winning the big year conference, whatever, was going to be that big a deal. I remember Kentucky beat South Carolina, but I didn't necessarily see Kentucky being a top overall seed. And think of it this way, even if CC scored 50, South Carolina outscored 52 and 0 last year, Natty. So even 50 by CC wouldn't have done it. Okay, let's get off all that. Okay, I'm moving on. UCLA will never be SoCal again as long as Juju wears a Trojan jersey. You better tell him, Eric. You better freaking tell him. Okay, because I was about to say it goes both ways. Iowa, UCLA, that's not what the expert said. She was supposed to cruise the championship against LSU after beating SC. You're talking about Katie. We're not talking about not you, political. RC, stop turning the conversation to Iowa. I told you about that. Somebody reached out to me and said you do that too much in this conversation. I'm trying to get to make a point. It's not you're not going to keep saying whatever. Well, Juju did this, and so if you didn't say that about Caitlin, and then we go well we don't care. We're on Caitlin about her turnovers. Why are you not on Juju about her turnovers? 2 different positions, 2 different style of players, 2 different complete players, 2 different trajectories, in my opinion, as to where they're going to be in their future. 2 different body types, 2 different positions. I said that right? Man, I don't even like thinking about trying to Jewel has always been a scorer from the day she was on the cover of Sports Illustrated Kids of the Year in 2020. I didn't know no Caitlin Clark. That's her position. I can relate to it. That's my position. I'm a scoring guard. That's what we do. And then you get the added extra bonus of her being a complete all-around player. Okay, NBA players, experts, WNBA evaluators, and experts have projected her projected ceiling is once she stays healthy and so on and so forth. I never hear no one projecting on that level about Caitlin. Okay, she's a great player. She does her thing. We'll see how she does this year. I think she's very good at what she does. I just don't think she's very versatile, but I think she's good at what she does. So let's just leave it at that. All right, so here's my hot take, and you guys tell me. Now, come on, you guys know what's happening. Y'all, I mean, you can pull up a bracket right now. Autumn Johnson does it. Go to March Madness on your page. But overall, I don't care. When I was looking at who we got to go through to play, and I think about the second seeds like Notre Dame and UConn. You got to keep them people in consideration. TCU's of conversation because they won the Big 12. Duke won ACC. SEC was won by South Carolina. UCLA won Big 10. Did I forget anybody? And then you got LSU kind of floating in there, right? You got, So I'm a South Carolina fan. But love Juju. Last thing I'll say about Clark, she was a point guard, but she turned the ball over too much. She took a lot of back shots. Okay, got it. Yeah. And they say the same thing about Juju, right? Except that she's not a point guard. I hope Juju Watkins plays South Carolina Gamecocks in the Final Four. Okay, so really, I'm glad Farrell said that because I was thinking that I've said from the very beginning that it would be that it could be to everyone's surprise us in South Carolina. But I don't know if it can balance out this way. Here's my hot take. I think it could be the two Southern California teams playing for the championship, UCLA and USC. I think it could. I don't think there's a lot of. I don't think a lot of teams can beat UCLA other than us. You know, jump anywhere you want and say what you want, what I just said, but I don't think anybody can beat them but us. Charlie Cream doesn't always get it right. No, he doesn't. Why not Gamecocks? Yes, they lost to UConn and UCLA, but the Gamecocks have better quad wins, but the committee owned there. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about overall. They can, okay, let's say they give it to them. You know, people want that overall because it's an easier road to the championship. What else do you want it for? You're already a top seed. I mean, if you're already a top seed and you're able to stay in your, like, let's say UCLA and USC get to stay in Spokane, because I believe staying and playing to get to the 4 in your time zone is the best, right? Like, you got Alabama, Birmingham is not far from South Carolina, so stay over there with whoever, Texas, whoever you feel is your competition. But I'm sure UConn is going to have something to say about it. I don't think LSU has enough to beat UCLA. Now, I've heard of LSU and UCLA being a collision course. This is not the same LSU that played UCLA last year, and this is not the same UCLA that played them last year. Janiyah Barker makes a big difference. She's a big, wide body. She's aggressive, and she's getting better and better and confident, I should say, in herself and with that team. My Final Four teams are, okay, thank you. Let's see. Your Final Four teams are right now are SC, UCLA, USC, and UConn. Okay, I can see that. I can see why you would say that because they work to get it. Okay, they can have it if that's the big thing. I mean, I don't make that decision. If the committee feels otherwise, that UCLA, who only lost to us, and we weren't no slouches when they did, probably was low as a 6th or 4th the first time. And the next time we beat them, number 2. That's pretty doggone good. 2 teams to lose to, and that's all they lost to. The committee's going to set it up. The best money match Final Four are in the business to make money. Okay, there you go. That's a hot take. I like that. Betts got better, and Angel is gone. And they got Janiyah Barker. So let's see what Michelle said. Drew, I still believe you should have been number 3 in the AP poll, but I still don't matter. It's all about what the committee thinks. And it does. And who do they have? Texas or something like that? But like moving on from that, Michelle, and we talking about brackets, and we're talking about overall seeds and stuff, right? I think having us 3rd overall seed is fine because we're behind South Carolina and UConn, and it's just unfair. That's why I'm really happy about the chance to play South Carolina and home on home court, home and away for the next 2 years next year, so we can just, because it seems that they're always going to be right there in the mix. So I just feel like we need to get a matchup between them so that people can like stop kind of wondering how do we match up and how do we compare to them type stuff. Do you like Janiyah? I do too. I think she helps your team a lot. I knew she would. Makes a couple of crazy plays. Yeah, she does. But leave her in there. I mean, she knows how to. She's learning to not get upset when she gets pulled. And I saw some maturity on that. Like, girl, calm down because you get real too emotional and start doing some crazy things. But I love her aggressiveness. Love her size. I love when she's not on the floor because then we match up really well against them, and that's when I know we're about to kick their butt. If USC plays good and have a little bench depth, they'll beat Cal. They only have 5 players. No, don't worry about Cal. My Final Four is TCU. That's interesting because I can see that. UConn, USC, and SC. And the reason I think you can see that is because TCU got, I'm going to say it, Sedona and Haley Van Lith. The big. And that old school, having that old school Bet, Sedona, Clarice and Rhea and Kiki, our size and the inside is, but then you say, but then what about UConn? Julie, they don't necessarily have a big center. No, but they got shooters. Now, your reason for SC, I don't know. South Carolina, what would be your reason? You guys can give me that. Gamecock big. Oh yeah, Eric is about to say it. Gamecock bigs have started playing better, and their depth is always a problem. I think everybody got depth right now, right? Not everybody, but I think those teams. I know my team got depth, and I know UCLA got depth. So I'm not even impressed with South Carolina's depth. I don't believe in it. I think they no different than anybody else. 6, 7, 8 players. They might have 9, but I think what the difference is they're Sanaya Fagan playing a hell of better Joyce Edwards, and if you get some Dowda in there, you look good. Gamecock bigs have started playing better. That's always a problem for any team. We got Kurt stamped by UConn and UCLA, but we'll see how things shake it out. Auntie Julie, what up? What up, nephew? What's happening? So, tell me your final. So I'm just getting everybody's take. Political Lil, I'm asking for hot takes, and I don't care, what anybody thinks about anybody's hot take, because it's your hot take, it's your opinion, and Political Lil is the most brave to say she threw TCU in that group. I mean, she didn't hesitate. Nobody else has mentioned them or afraid to mention them, and I respect what you just did, Political Lil. So nephew, what's your final for based on the brackets that are out right now? Political Lil, you're gonna piss people off with that one. I can see it with Van Lith and the dog page. AZ sir. Now I get where she's going with that. Shit, I think they're gonna be pissed off with me if that's the case, because I think UCLA and USC are the 2 best teams in the country. I'm sorry. I'm going to the USC versus USC. I'm going to, Michelle. I'm going to see you there. I'm going to be there. I don't care. We'll figure this is on the weekend. If I'm still in my caregiver position, I'm going to have someone be here. Unless there's something critical going on, I will be there at Crypto Arena. They just sent me an email telling me I get first dibs at the tickets for the first 2 home games at USC for the tournament. Which is what Jacob was talking about. Cal, what was it again? Cal and who? Jacob, you said Cal and Hawaii. I think it was Cal and Hawaii. But I don't think I'm sitting here thinking like, I don't want to do that to my mom. I don't want anyone to care for her for that many days, because I have pets and everything. Unless, I guess I would take them with me if I drove, not if I flew. Still can't believe Oregon State punched their automatic bid ticket to the Big Dance today after so many key players left. Right? That's crazy. I didn't even know that. The Final Four, USC. Trojans, whoa, okay. Chicago, LSU, okay. LSU, okay. UConn and SC. How's you? Tell me more about that. How does LSU pull this off? That, and I love me some LSU, but how they gonna pull this off? Because they beat Texas. Duke is going to be tough. Yeah, they'll make the Final Four, but I could see the push to Elite 8 just because of their defense. They're going to be tough, and they would probably be the one. They're in our bracket, so that's going to be, if that's the case, that would be one of our toughest matchups if they play the way that I've seen them play. And Lucci gets down. Jacob Hfield been to the Final Four, coming down from the peak injuries factors as well. Okay, Michelle, I got the same 4. Hawaii is not good. UCLA beat them by 31, the only ranked team they played. Okay, so let me see. Nephew said Southern Cal. Whoa, we got a lot of stuff called UConn, South Carolina, and North Carolina State. Oh, you got North Carolina State after Duke over Duke. Nephew, you was talking about Duke. You was talking about Alucci, and me and you were talking about the same person. I don't know why I thought her name was Jackson, but I saw the girl. That's the one that I was like, she was playing with reckless abandonment. Okay, North Carolina State, huh? And I think you, and I say North Carolina State, you got to look out for it because obviously Wes Moore got Coach of the Year, so it probably has a lot to do with their coaching and a lot of athletic ballers, couple ballers that are first rounders and stuff like that. I mean, that's why we watch. That's why March Madness is crazy. 21, my bad. Okay. Oh yeah, not 31. It was 21 because I remember that date. After they beat South Carolina, and they got this wonderful trip to Hawaii. In the beginning, they were letting Hawaii just be too close. So I was surprised that if they won by 21, I'm surprised. Michelle, what did RC say? What's that low? You waving to RC? You know, RC, did you give me your top four? Eric, playing their best ball right now. That's not a bad assessment. I know, but remember, he said North Carolina State, but you saw what happened, who they lost to. Now, is that a one-off that what Carl Lawson and Duke did because they didn't look so hot? Well, if James is out to play that possible, I can't remember the freshman's name. I could see it. Zam Jump? No, she ain't been doing nothing. It's Isaiah, is Zoe Brooks, it's Sanaya Rivers, Isaiah James, Sanaya Rivers, Zoe Brooks. I think they have somebody else for North Carolina State. My hot take is Iowa. Okay, cool. I'm sorry to be the laugh. Okay. Your hot take is Iowa, Tennessee, and maybe Indiana will wreck some we'll wreck some brackets if they're three ball. I know. Wreck some brackets to do nothing. Join the conversation if you're new here and I've never seen you, Hoodie Dre. Like I've never met Hoodie Dre. Join the conversation. Feel free, hit that like and subscribe. Hoodie Dre says 2025 USC championship on the way. There you go. That's his hot take. Now, we're calling USC Southern the Trojans, and we're calling South Carolina SC. Okay, just to be clear. My final four is Duke, South Carolina, USC Trojans. 1, 2, 3. Why Texas? Why Texas, Pharaoh? Y'all hit them likes, support the channel. Thank you so much, Political Lil. Appreciate you. Why Texas? And it's crazy because people count Texas out so much that it's like fueling their fire. It's fueling their fire. And it's like, I didn't even have them down, right? So just to spite me, they'll probably be in the Final Four. Just because I said they're not. I don't know about the brackets, but I know people are going to be mad. But Texas and are getting eliminated third round. Juju is going to pull up Houdini with Kiki and fuck everyone up. I just don't believe in Texas. I don't think they have enough offense. Right. I know, Eric. That's what I'm saying. But you know, this tournament is about the big girls like Old Acre, Taylor Jones from Texas, Old Acre. You know, Janiyah Barker, Betts, and South Carolina, Fago, and Chloe, stuff like that. Big guards and forwards. Who got the best? RC, they played Carolina, bro. Juju, I gave you my final. You sure? You did, but I think the hottest take on here, besides mine at the end. Okay, so let's do this. Who's your last two standing? That make it easy. I think the hottest take was Political Lil. Farrell Times. Texas has reached its peak. They played in the SC tournament like their best ball is behind them, but you never know. I know that's what I be feeling like. Okay, your best ball. Like I'll be looking at us. I'm like, nah, that's not a. We still got a few more best balls to come. If you crowd the paint against Texas, they have nothing. Okay. If you crowd the paint against them, they have nothing. Crowd the paint. Okay. But what about their big though? Duke could pull off an upset to make the Final Four. They've been getting teams back on the second go round. That's a good take right there. I like that. I take note of that. Like I'll look at us and what I think about the Trojans is that whenever they've lost, they've gone on long win streaks, extremely long win streaks. Like they have like these big gaps, or they don't let you beat them twice. Oh, ESPN said that. Okay. All right. Farrell, South Carolina, USC. Farrell, I said that at the beginning of the year. That's funny you say that. Dang, Chicago. Chicago said it too. USC. What? Everybody feel the same way. So UCLA ain't gonna be in there nowhere. Okay, no, I'm not gonna sway you. I be feeling the same way. I feel like the most logical thing is USC and USC. I feel like if the Trojans are going to sit there and get down against UConn, or I don't know who's on that side, UConn, Texas, Notre Dame, if you can escape all of the people that are LSU or whoever's on that side, Texas, whatever the people are that are on your side of the bracket, if you can escape and I can escape, then we can face each other. That's the bottom line. Because I feel like the Trojans gonna have to go through Texas, and I'm gonna have to go through UCLA. We're gonna have to meet the same people that we keep meeting, just to finally say hello, shake hands, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Farrell, if the brackets stay like that, Charlie Cream has Texas beating UConn. Texas beating UConn. Okay. Texas beating UConn. We want SoCal to figure out who the real USC is. Okay. My friend grew up with. We grew up partly in Southern California, then the Bay Area, and then she moved out of state. She lived, South Carolina. She was an AU coach. She's close friends with Don and everything. And I brought up that point. And you see what I'm talking about? She said, "How in the world does South Carolina think anybody thinks they're called USC? Like, who the real USC? What do you mean, like, who the real USC is? It's the Trojans." I said, "Well, I don't know. That's what they call themselves on that side of the country. It doesn't matter. It's like we got probably 113 national championships. I mean, when it comes to winning and being a winning program, when I think of the Gamecock, I think of Don Staley. That's why I'm like, but I like the idea, the cuteness of who the real USC is and all that kind of stuff, if that's what you want to do. What's up, Louie? What's up, Michelle? What's happening? Yeah, it's a good media ploy, because apparently, they stole that idea from our chats, from our chats on Seth's channel. So that's kind of interesting that you want to say who the real USC is. Because we'll have to see when we go to play each other how you're going to put it. Are you just going to put SC and SC and then grab for the name? It ain't going to work like that in football. University of Southern California was around before California was even a state. Yeah, and that's what I hear too. But that doesn't make you University of Southern California. That doesn't make you the real just because you're around. We're talking about who's been the most dominant in athletics to claim that name. 1860, 1865. You had the most slave owners. Wasn't even no black people even allowed on that campus when you opened up. Was there? I don't even think we were freed yet. Good Lord. Last two standing. Okay, tell me who that is. I had to say final standing, South Carolina, USC. I don't want SC getting licked back on my team. I just don't. Well, then you can say UCLA then in South Carolina. Okay, Juju will be going to the game. I will. I certainly will. I certainly am. Claiming that's easy. I live there. What do you mean? Like, if I'm home, you know, I would have been there at every single game had I been able to be home. I have a house in Southern Cal. You heard me. Eric heard me. You heard me, Eric. You heard me under my breath. You know that black people in the school in 1860. You out there defending that trash. Oh, hi, Darnell. Oh, hi, Darnell. So we're trash anyway. So Darnell said we're trash. And he said Juju choked. Oh, okay. Okay, Darnell. Juju choked. Juju had the game in her hands and she choked. Okay. Beat the team that beat your ass, didn't we? Both teams that beat your ass. So what did you do? You hella choked, didn't you, Darnell? And that's nothing against the rest of you Southern Cal Gamecock fans. That's directed towards him since he want to come in here talking shit. I bet y'all won't win this year. Okay. I bet you won't. I bet y'all won't win either. Come out to Las Vegas for the round robin games. Remember, SCU, Texas, dude. Man, I can't. Michelle, right now, I can't. I'd talk to you offline. If you knew my situation, you'd be like, oh, because otherwise, shit. I'll be there. I will be there. Juju will be back. She'll be there. I bet y'all won't win it this year. Y'all hear Darnell saying we won't win it. I bet you won't win it either. His team is South Carolina, and we choked. What the hell? If we choked, Darnell, what did you call you guys? What did you do? What did South Carolina do if we choked? Got your ass beat? What are you talking about? Choke with 29-point choke on my nuts. Yo mama, Darnell. It's late here. Who do you think the NCAA would like to be in the Final Four? UConn, South Carolina. Well, I don't know. People say that you won what, bro? You lost to UCLA. You got your ass beat, Darnell. You got your ass beat by UConn, Darnell. Juju fucked them up, both of them. Go somewhere, bro. Who I think they could. I think it's like the fans want to see. I think the fans want to see something they never seen before. Like, and that's the reason why we're playing. That's why I say a good game will be South Carolina and us because they've never seen us. You wish, Darnell. You wish my dreads was dry. You wish. You wish. You wish my dreads are dry. You wish you could grow dreads. You wish you had money to take care of dreads. Why are you even here, you little boy? Why are you even here? You feel threatened? You feel threatened? You feel threatened? Please. You couldn't even, I just told you, you didn't even beat the teams that we beat. They beat your ass. So what the hell are you talking about, Darnell? Why are you here? What is wrong with Darnell? He gonna talk about me personally. He gonna come on my channel and talk about me personally. What are you so angry about, little boy? What are you so angry about? Who is this motherfucker? Why are you so angry, little boy? You know I could just like block you right now, right? And delete all your comments, right? He sound like a broke, it's like a little broke boy. You sound like a little, you sound miserable, bro. You sound like a brokey. You can't even stay on topic with what's happening here. We're trying to have a nice, calm discussion. I invite South Carolina any fans, just people in here that aren't Southern California fans. They don't got nothing against a wonderful talent like Juju Watkins, but you come down here with this mess. Hey, you need to talk to your homeboy. You need, for real, nephew. You need to talk. You need. I don't know who. I remember this bro from Seth's channel, but I don't know what his problem is. But you know what? If I ever see you, and I will have backup, you're gonna get your ass beat. Darnell, you dumb. You sound dumb. You sound dumb, bro. Anyway, thank you guys though for your takes though, because I got some real hot takes in here. What's up, Donovan? Y'all need to talk to your homeboy Darnell for real. You need to get him. You need to get him. I don't know what he's so angry about. He's so angry. He's so angry. I'm not gonna. Oh, it ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. And you don't know who I know. It ain't gonna be me. It ain't gonna be me. But I bet you I get my licking. I bet you I'll slap your face. But anyway, I'm sorry for breaking character, y'all. But anyway, yeah. I don't see what the big deal is. I mean, the Trojans have done nothing to anybody. We've never, we just play ball. Hey, don't talk about people in my chat, Darnell. What is your problem? Why you feel so threatened by the Trojans? What is it about the Trojans? You mad because Juju Watkins is player of the year like I fucking said she was gonna be? Huh? You mad because she the best player in the country? Is that what it is? Because I said that? Where you from? The country, bro? Where you from? Brokey. Where you from? Where you from, Brokey? Huh? Where you from? What you own? Huh? What you got going on? Anyway, bro. So anyway, I like the hot takes that you guys gave me. We're gonna keep on talking about it because obviously when we do selection Sunday, I'll probably have to come back and then we're gonna look at like who we're playing. But Michelle, the games. Okay, so the first two games are played in what? Oh, in Los Angeles. And then they go to Spokane, but you mentioned something about hey Bear Beauty. You mentioned something about Las Vegas. I don't think we're gonna play. I know what tournament you're talking about. You're talking about that. We played in that Vegas the first year when it was LSU, Colorado, Ohio State, and USC, Juju's freshman year. And then you guys, South Carolina went to Paris. And then last year we went to Paris, and y'all went to Vegas. I hope she gets. Yeah, she got Big Ten Player of the Year, right? And then she got some athletics gave her Player of the Year. I'm just thinking she'll get it again. But what I'm really liking the fact that she's a semi-finalist in Defensive Player of the Year. The discourse around the Trojans. What are you saying? Let me see. Sorry, the discourse. Damn, I hate when this thing goes too fast. Let me get to you, Donovan. And we got enough. I was reading there and I said we're gonna get beat by 40 points by South Carolina. You didn't even got enough energy to ever do that. The discourse around the Trojans after this one loss has been weird. I've never seen so many people telling Juju to transfer. Oh, I never seen it. I don't see nothing about no Juju transfer. I ain't seen none of that shit. I'm sorry, Dottie, I ain't seen none of it. I ain't seen nobody telling Juju to transfer. That's crazy. We need to. Why would she transfer? Oh, because we didn't win the Big Ten conference, but we lost to the team that won by 5 points. Look, could you answer me that? And we beat them twice. And who could beat them? Why would she transfer? And we're getting the number 5 recruit in the nation, Jazzy Davison. Why would she transfer? We got Big O looking at us. We got all the kids from Oak Christian going to be looking at us. That's the only reason why Gamecocks want to come to town, is so that you can so that you can have a fair shot at all the talent that we got in California. So, where you gonna be? You gonna come to that game? Yeah, walk up to me. Walk up to me. Walk up to me. You don't know who I know. Walk up to me. Walk up to me. You'll see me. Walk up to me in Los Angeles. I dare you. In Los Angeles, I dare you. I dare you to walk up to me in Los Angeles with all this stuff you're doing. I dare you. Oh, I dare you. You have no idea who I know. I dare you. Every time someone has a hiccup, they want a portal. Nah, ain't no, that's stupid portal train. If you think Juju would go to would need to get in a portal, then you don't know anything about her. You don't know anything about her family and what the Watkins means in Los Angeles and what she's accomplishing there and what she's done so far and what that coach has done so far. Something that yo ass ain't done, Darnell. Darnell, do you even know what dreads are supposed to look like? Do you even know? Like, I have locks, by the way. I don't have dreads. This boy is obsessed with Juju. He probably ain't got no girlfriend. That's probably why he mad at girls that look like Juju. He could never have. Was there? There's a round robin tourney in Las Vegas this year again. The 4 teams get NIL money. Oh, we get to go? Oh, we're gonna be in that? No way. No way, Michelle. UCLA? No, we're not. Oh, I thought you said the Trojans will be there. UCLA, South Carolina, Texas, and Duke. Round robin tourney in Lake Las Vegas this year again. 4 teams get out. Oh man. Damn. They're gonna be there. I see UCLA all the time and Duke, Texas. I mean, that's where I would eventually planning on moving though. What are you gonna say after Darnell? What are you gonna say if you lose this year? You're gonna continue to say you were the defending champs? Is that what you're gonna keep talking about? If that's the case, I can say we're the defending. What are you gonna keep saying that? And then if you don't win this year, then what do you hang your hat on? Yeah, Sarah Williams. So yeah, Sarah Williams. Okay, I spotted Sarah Williams a long time ago. If she don't come, I don't know who Coach G is going after. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Right? Juju has a bigger mission than these fools. But these fools talking about political, about portal. What the heck she would lose? What would she go to the portal for? Juju will get a championship before she leaves. She will be player of the year before she ever leaves. Defensive player as well. She cleaning up. You just saw she doing commercials. We created a big mural for her. We'll probably have a statue. She is like on the level of Brian O'Shea Ohtani. Like, she's backed by Clutch Sports. Her biggest claim to fame will be in the WNBA. Okay, Darnell, whatever, bro. You don't know nothing. Bro. Yeah, look, I ain't even gonna talk about you don't even We didn't even talk about what your dress look like, my dress look like, bro. We're not even gonna do that because you can't see me in person. Okay, all you've seen is pictures. You don't. I don't even know what you look like. So how old is bro? I don't know. He sound like a child. He sound like a kid. I don't even want to argue with this bro. Do you have a wrench? Because at this point, okay, I'll take him out. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know how when I hurt his feelings or not. Oh, that's nasty. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna report this motherfucker right here. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Seth, tell this dude don't ever approach me in my chat again. My parents live in Las Vegas, so I did two for love. Oh, okay. November when we played Michigan for the season opening. My best friend lives in LA, so I'll be at crypto. Yes. Okay, for sure. Yeah, I'm trying to move there because I retired in February. One crazy content creator said Juju best chance to win would be at Connecticut, but the creator just makes comment. He just makes comments for views. He just makes comments for views. I mean, look, we got one of the greatest players that to ever play this game. That's a crowd favorite. That's hopefully has a really good WNBA career, which is Paige Beckers. Never won a championship, but it hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped her from living, breathing. Being a favorite, playing on one of the top coaches in the league, getting a banner hung in her name. I mean, Paige is still she's great. I think she might have hit her ceiling. I have my thoughts about her and things like that, but if she doesn't win one this year, it's just not going to change my viewpoint about her greatness. But I don't think that will happen I don't believe that would happen with Juju. By the time everybody phases out and the clap, thank you, political. Yeah, did it. Yeah, I had to do it a little bit earlier than I had planned to do it. But I think God had a plan for me. And I think that I believe and I'm sure that it was the right decision because I wouldn't have left any sooner. But it's definitely I served, did my public service for 31, maybe more than 31, but for the county 31 years. So I'm really proud of that accomplishment, and I know I did a lot of good work while doing what I did, and I did it from my heart, and I did it honestly. And it's a real stressful job, but I believe it's hopefully be left in good hands and people that I mentored and affected along the way. Hope they continue to endure, especially under the policies of this current administration, that it doesn't affect the wonderful work that we do for families and things like that. I hope it doesn't affect our resources, and we're not totally dependent on federal resources anyway. So, oh wow, that's a blessing to be able to have that stability that long. Yeah, it really is, and not go crazy. Because every day you step out, you make a wrong move, or you make you neglect you're neglectful in your job. You could lose your job. You could be arrested. You can go to jail. I mean, the first time in my career I seen two social workers going to court, possibly facing jail time. So it's definitely a calling. Jacob Aparo, he called himself God or something. Who's that? You talking about RC? Yeah, but people saying no, people making predictions. They just, saying anything. If you got something that's, it's like you saying things about Angel. You're saying things about Asia. You're saying things about Juju. And yeah, that field is no joke. Yeah. And you say things about these players who are playing the game the right way, in my opinion, and playing the game at the highest level, wanted to do nothing but get better, and really wanted to bring and grow this game and bring this game, up. And I think they're the best in their position. Juju, she looks up to Angel now. Like Candace is no longer playing, is somebody that she grew up watching in Los Angeles, Candace Parker. But now she has someone like she loves what I love as a guard, which is Asia's dominance. And they talk on the phone a lot. I'm not sure. I heard that she was part of Clutch. I didn't know that, but dude was only female Clutch person I knew when she joined in high school. So people are gonna say this and they're gonna say that. They said Malaysia should leave. Like she should go to transfer portal. I mean, Don know what she doing. What she know Malaysia should. She don't even fit anywhere else but there. You know what I mean? They just can't stand black excellence. They just can't. They cannot. Exactly. They cannot stand black excellence, and it just burns them up. And I think that we got a problem at the bottom in the at the end of the day. And I think we have a problem with seeing a white person and it's so funny because black people, we are so loving, we're so accepting. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it 100,000. Everybody know if I'm in a court or something like that, I'm gonna say get that white girl because she can shoot. Because that's what they do. You didn't have a lot that would go to the hole like Becky Hammond. I mean, it's an anomaly to have a hooper Italian like Dinah Taurasi, or you got another white girl. I mean, name me some white girls that go to the hole. Tell me some girls that go to the hole. Some white girls that go to the hole. Like Becky Hammond. If you know them, tell me. No, you don't. You can't. And if you did, you'd probably count them on one hand. So they're pretty much wherever they come from, they were just outside shooters, mid-range shooters, outside shooters. Shoot, Becky, my girl, Katie Smith was one of the hardest ballers would pull from the outside. I love DT Stewie, Sue Bird, like you know what I'm saying. Like Stewie had Stewie go Elena Della Don, you know they had swag, they had some moves, you know what I'm saying. Like, but for the most part, name me before that, like who was going to the hole. Why would I be look, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I like, my preference. Now, do I like 3-point shooters and stuff like that? Sure. Katie Smith was real nice. Katie Smith was a bucket. Jackie Stiles was a bucket. I'm thinking of her because of her outside shooting back in the day. But it is what it is. And it's like if someone breaks through and of a different color, persuasion, or style, I mean, I think your style of play just comes from where you're from, your region. You know, New York players play like a certain way, like Nancy Lieberman. She was a rough and tough tumble. Lauren Jackson, she's a big girl, but nephew. But I'm talking about tell me a white girl guard that like got that was penetrating or driving in the hole. You know what I mean? Jackie was fired. Lieberman was tough. I thought of Lindsay Whalen. I used to keep naming them. Keep naming them. I'm okay with naming them, but when we have them, we're fine. We celebrate them. We're not saying anything. We're not. I mean, when you go Tisha Pinchero, ooh, but she's not. You obviously know she's not white, but I know Lauren Jackson, right? She was the truth. She was the truth. Her and Lisa used to have these hella battles, man. It was funny. They used to have those hella battles. And Lauren made me mad because we was like mad at that Australian, right? Oh, Michelle Timms. Michelle Timms played for Phoenix Mercury. She was a little firecracker too. But them Australians, you know, Sandy Bernardello, I remember her too when she played Bernardello at I mean, I don't know. I can name them. I remember seeing them in my mind. Jennifer Azzi and Jennifer Rosati. College girl Michelle Marciniak and from Tennessee. I remember Kelly Jolly. I remember Ace Clement. I love Sydney Spencer from Tennessee. Like, you know, I can name white girls and stuff like that. Let's just call it what it is. But we weren't like, if you was gonna be at the top, you know, doing whatever it was, then you were the best that year. But they wanted to take Caitlin, take the flag, and shove it down in the ground, and no one else will ever be as good as her already. When she hasn't even fully, to me, reached her potential. She's so right-hand dominant to me. She doesn't change direction, but she does a lot of savvy things. But like when I said she couldn't do a floater, I started to see her develop it and try to get it up in there, because I was like, oh man, all you needed was a floater, Clark. You're getting inside, you're getting to the middle, you just gotta float it up. You know what I mean? Everybody, they have things they're gonna, that they're gonna work on it. And I don't mind like lending my ideas or what I feel. It's not necessarily a put down or criticism or anything. But when you look at Juju, when you look at her, whose game translates? Juju plays like an NBA player, like her moves and how she's trained. Hold on a second, guys. 1 second. All right, sorry about that, guy. RC, I just have a question. How do you feel at the beginning of the game when Ju had 8 quick points against UCLA? She had that floater in college, but abandoned it when she went pro. But which was some peculiar. No, it's not. It's not peculiar, because you can have a floater on a college level, but when you get into the pros, and then people are bigger, stronger, more athletic. You gotta be bigger, stronger, quicker. It's just like Angel did a lot of things that in college. When I look back at some of her film, and I seen some of, like, I went way back. I think I was talking to nephew about this. I looked way back to like Maryland, and I saw some stuff in high school. I'm like, dang, she was doing all that. And then now when I look at her and Unrivaled, I think she was doing what was asked of her to do. If your coach, you got to understand, when you play in a certain system and for a certain coach, there are certain things that you're allowed to do and you're not allowed to do. And for me, Angel has always been, sometimes she would let her bring the ball up at LSU. You saw that. But I seen Angel bring up the ball and Unrivaled the other day and just dropped a smooth dime in between defenders, smooth bounce pass, just like it was Chelsea Gray, right up to sprinting, I think, Brittany Sykes. Okay, so they have that in their bags. It's just, what are we allowed to do? Like DT sat up there, and I cracked up because I knew just what she was talking about. She was like, the shots that Caitlin was taking back in our day, and DT's younger than me, we would have been sitting on the damn bench. If you guys was watching my show, I had the players from the 80s from UCLA up here for you to talk to, RC, and where were you? I had your legends that you should know about if you're a true UCLA fan. I had one that was from the AIAW championship, national championship team. You didn't show up for the show. You could have asked her a question. Angel Hardy told you, why would I shoot 3 back then when it was only worth 2 points? I mean, there's only so much you need to do to open up it opens up the inside to shoot that far, but I didn't care about it because it brought attention to the league. You know what I'm saying? It's like Duncan. Duncan's only worth 2 points. Why do all that? That's why Candace was like, "Oh, I'm about to finger roll this. I'm gonna save my knees. I'm trying to prolong my career, bump you guys. You know what it looked like." Jacob, just Jew doing Jew things. he said, what do you think about her opening up with 8 straight points? Jew just doing Jew things. Yeah, I go online. Anybody I saw trying to diss her, like, oh, how did she choke? She got double team. She got blocked real good by Betts. You don't mind. I mean, she took it in and she got blocked from the front. I think she had somebody on the behind her. And Betts felt real good. I think it was 2 times. And that's what you want to see. If I was Betts, I'd be trying to get Juju back too. A 6'2" guard coming in and swatting your stuff 3 times and stuff, or how many times she's probably had it in her career, that's crazy work. So if I was Betts, I'm trying to get her back too. That's what we want to see. We want to see that kind of competition. But the crazy thing is, like, I got her back. We won. Jew joked. Man, come on, man. How about, she got other players on her team shooting air balls and carrying on that have never even gone this far. Kiki has gone this far in the tournament, But, everybody's just, everybody's body is different. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's body is different. That's why they get tested all the time to make sure they're hydrated and stuff like that. My freshies, I gotta say, what's their name? What's you said they look a lot fresher than we did, but they was coming up. They was trying hard. For a minute there, they was swinging that ball the way the one team about UCLA, the way that they were playing before they played South Carolina and then eventually played South Carolina. I said, this team right here can't be beat by nobody. I said, it's gonna be a close game when we play them. The way that they're swinging the ball, I said, oh boy, it's gonna be hard. But then when I saw how incredibly slow they were and couldn't get back, they couldn't keep up with us in transition. I was like, oh, this is gonna be easier than I thought. Dude, when do you do these shows? That's wild. I had no indicators you were doing. I did one show. It's got a picture of UCLA with them. When you go to YouTube on my channel, hit live, and then you will see the show. And I kept telling you when you was on that they're coming, and I scheduled it and everything. I told him, asked him to come back. That's why I was telling Darnell, so you don't know who I know. I know the highest ranking female officer in LAPD. She went to your school. She's in your Hall of Fame. She played with Ann Myers. She won a championship. And the only reason, don't say, oh, it was only AIW. We had to have a lawsuit in order to go from AIAW to NCAA. The same way that it was called the NCAA tournament, that we finally are called now, like the men March Madness, when we put our foot down. And, my era is the era where we enforced Title IX, where we had to enforce our equality and enforce being on the same what we were entitled to in terms of a title. You know what I'm saying? Or that we filed lawsuits to have as many as scholarships as the men, or be able to, like, because we used to have to practice off in a small gym, or they would have us, like, I mean, you guys just have no idea what people like me or people like my friends had to do for these women to run the way that they're running. Now you got to pay homage and pay respect to us, because if it wasn't even prior to before my age group, these women, you know, were holding it down so that you can have the pleasures of cheering them for Wiley or Madison Booker or Betts, and have, you know, the things that they have now with branding. I just heard Chloe Kitts got I was wondering why just her in South Carolina got this, but hey, go out. $15 million endorsement deal. You know what I mean? $15 million endorsement deal, bro. That's unheard of. If she got a $15 million endorsement deal, what the hell would have Diana Taurasi have gotten, or Candace Parker, or Simone Augustus, or Elena Beard? And I can go Ruthie Bolton, you know, I can go on and on and on. Like, you know, players that I can't even name them all. Like all the players that I've seen: Teresa Edwards and Sadia Roundtrees and Katrina McLean's. And Lauren Betts needs to play that way. She finished continually so she can shed any other soft labels. I heard a lot of soft from her. Well, she was playing soft. She was getting done in. Every time a team loses, folks be acting like going undefeated is uncommon. Like, exactly, like Michelle, I'm so like irritated. I feel like the teams are starting to feel like they need to go under. You know why I knew Don wasn't worried, and I feel the same way about Chloe is about Coach Gottlieb, because when y'all was getting blown out by Texas, she just kind of stopped. And she wasn't running up and down acting a fool, trying to call timeout and trying to figure things out. She just like, okay. And the same thing when she was with UConn. It was like, oh, this ain't our day today. I'm not going to overexert myself. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with UCLA. She started off, but when she saw that it was like, okay, this ain't our day, she wasn't tripping. And what did she do? She came right back, and here she is in contention for overall number 1 seed. Everybody doesn't you don't have to go undefeated to be a champion. So that's why, but what I do like about this year is, like, you got the right teams, you got the parity. I think the top 3 teams can, and I say this by Karen, because Carolina just scared me sometimes. If they hadn't started playing recently the way they have been, I know it's there, but they weren't looking like a team that I thought would be in the top 4 or 8. Just where they fell to 6, I thought, like, yeah, that's probably right. But there was no panic in her eyes. She hadn't even like reached in and tweaked or done different. We don't know what she's doing. We don't know what Don was doing. Don could have been like, you know what, I could have like unleashed Fuali a long time ago. I could have put her and Chloe and Joyce in a long time ago. I don't need to do that right now. You feel me? It's like everybody is talking about, like, there's some people that really, really watch their teams and can watch the trend and the flow and know their players. And people from the outside look in and got something to say about them. I do it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's true. Because I've seen them. Like, I can talk about UCLA because I live in Southern California. I watch them. I go to their games. I'm there. I pretty much can look and just what they did and barely. What up though, MJ? Hey buddy. Long time no heard. And I could see certain things and trends about them, right? But some people, to me, like, I just don't like the way you go in and you say, okay, this person need to go in the portal. This person. Sometimes you can say that, and sometimes you can't. But in some situations, you're just being nasty. You're just being work. You're just being ridiculous. Like, you have no idea the reason. Like, to say, oh, Jesus, you're going to go in the portal and go where? For what? Why would Wiley need to leave? It's something like that. Don't do that. What is almost consensus is that Cheryl Miller is the coach. Right. I know, it's funny. You know what? Cheryl knows. Cheryl knows. and she credits, she was blessed to be on a really talented team, because once she didn't have the twins and we had to go up against Jody Conrad, and this is what you guys should know, Texas was shit. Texas had a bomb coach like Jody Conrad. The way that we talk about Muffin McGraw, or we talk about Andy Landers, or we talk about the Pat Summits, and then later comes Gino. Like there were, Sonia Hogue, and Barry Moore from Louisiana Tech, Gunther from, and Linda Sharp, and I'm gonna give Linda Sharp credit for USC. When you talk about names like that, there was a coach, Jody Conrad from Texas Longhorns. Texas had a squad that got us. But do you understand that Cheryl went to one back-to-back championship and then went for a third one with Cynthia? Okay, so and lost, and then when at 6'3", what Cheryl was doing, no 6'3" person was doing. That's the part that you're missing. That's what made her a generational talent. That's what made her go. However, I do know, and I did play with Tina Hutchinson, and out of St. Louis, and she had that same ability that Cheryl has at 6'2". I wish there was a way I could find tape on her to show you, and maybe if you could see. But Cheryl, no, I know what Tina Hutchinson was doing. Jew, we got disappointed after Ash went down. You have to rework. Thank you. You have to rework a system. Players had to step up in different roles and more expectation. And now it looks like we're back on track. Period. Thank you, Michelle. See, you could tell that you follow South Carolina, and you can break that, down. And I can say the same thing about UConn. So, because UConn was whatever. UConn, and then people don't realize Azzi Fudd was in that game when we played her. We played them, so don't say she wasn't. But she had to be reworked and get back into the flow and get up to speed. So, of course, a UConn that beat you guys may not be a UConn that we could be. I don't know. But, psychologically, the fact that we did and the way that we matched up with them, I still feel confident that we would still win. Okay? So, but that's what I'm saying, Michelle. There's so many adversities, so many different things, certain things that were happening with LSU, for instance. Same thing, a lot of stuff going on, with them, a lot of new roles. Us, we got 9 new players. Rhea and Juju are the only returners. Juju's only 19 years old. She is a sophomore. Still, she is as good as she is. She is still increasing her IQ for the game at this level. And can you imagine, as she's growing, as she's putting and learning and on the fly, you know what I mean? Learning to trust. You got to trust one another. They have to trust her. They got to understand. They got to be able to play at her pace. It's so hard and I know it. Oh my God, I know it. When I went to college, my pace was go. I should have been in D1. I should have been playing at Long Beach. I should have been playing at USC. The way I run and the way I play is get the rebound. How do I beat you down? I got to go all the way down. They wanted me to beat the three. I hated that position the first time. Wanted to do sideline break. I go all the way down. I could pretty much touch the baseline and come back, and they still ain't got the ball across the line. Really? So I had to slow my. Then I would break the press, and she was like, "No, give it to the point guard." Point guard would be still trying to get the ball across the line. I'm already across the line. Get across the line. I'll give it back to you if you don't, because you didn't want no black person being a point guard at my college. You guys weren't ready for that yet. Not until I left. That it took them 2 years, a couple years before it happened. Then I finally see a black point guard. Yeah. In the year that I got there, 1982, that was the first time we had a black quarterback who had transferred out of Compton he went to Colorado First University, and then he came and transferred to CSUN. That was our first black quarterback. There are things like that I had to go through in my era, as well as the players at UCLA. That's a whole nother story that I haven't even begun to touch on here. I don't even want to do it. You guys don't even know we had to have a lawsuit against their coach for racism and discrimination. There's a lot that you don't know that was going on back in the day. It's a lot of stuff. The other thing is though is that some faceless chats and fan bases are starting to target the amount of games it took for Juju to beat. Yeah, 2 red record, which is BS. BS that they're finding anything. Oh, Caitlyn did it, but I'm thinking like, what? One, why do you think Juju's chasing the record? She doesn't write the narrative. She's not the media. It's so confusing to me. For one, we didn't even know about Caitlyn in this record chasing or how close she got until like what her junior year. I didn't even know what the hell she was till I would be looking at the TV and I'd be hearing stuff about South Carolina, LSU, and all this, and then all of a sudden they would say something about Clark and they would flash a little bit to her game. I'm like, okay, well, who is she? What is the big deal? Oh, she does this. She's scoring. I mean, nothing drew me to her, not whatsoever, until they started and they beat South Carolina. I had no interest in the amount of points. I didn't even think that I didn't even know that it was a deal that she was going for some Kelsey Plum record. And so then we said, well, if you would have, so, the outlets were like, well, if you would have covered her sooner, then we would have known. And they need to do better with covering women's sports. Okay, so now you asked for that. Notice you asked for that for the white girl. So now that we are doing it for Juju, who has been scoring this way since she played in high school, because that's her position as a shooting guard, since she's been scoring this way her whole life, and you got some added splash with assists, blocks, rebounds. You got additional all complete all around player, but that's what she does is score. That's the position. That's what it's called, shooting guard. So she does this. We instead of just tracking her out of the blue and then throwing all these records in your face, we asked for the attention from the media, so we're giving it to her to keep pace the way you did, and then you're mad and saying she's chasing, she's stat padding, she's this, she's that. Where I clearly saw Coach Ivy leaving Olivia Miles and Hannah in the game to get triple doubles. I don't care. Do it. Ain't nobody thinking about that. See, all this, okay, when you blow somebody out by 40, yeah, this is how we played in my day. If that coach takes the starters out for the other team, it's just kind of common courtesy. I don't know, MJ, tell me if I'm wrong. Then you take your team. But as long as you leave your starters in, my starters are going to be in. Because of now we're doing the quad thing like the men. How much you blow a team out by gets a certain amount of points. How much you hold that other team to holds a certain amount of points. So stop complaining that somebody is still got their starters in the game or that they're running up the score and all that. They're doing it because that's the way it's set up. Because when it came down all the way down to now, we're arguing over is UCLA or South Carolina the number overall seed, and they told you how each thing is broken up into quads and into points, and then you're wondering like, oh, we should have left somebody in there. Oh, we should have done this. Records are made to be broken. Just had a convo with a UConn fan. What's up? We agreed that UConn played the best game of the season versus South Carolina. That might be all they got. that you know what, MJ, that might be all they got. You know what I'm saying? I have yet to know because I can't even tell. I try to like use my eye test to see like one thing I will say, the chemistry between Paige and AZ is automatic. It is very much so. You know what I mean? KK and them they're all friends. But that little duo right there could probably hurt you. They got this little thing going. But making your shots and relying on threes, obviously talk to Caitlin Clark about it. Because my thing is when Caitlin, she came out hot on USC last year, 13-2, boom, Bree was on her. It was like, she wasn't contained. It was like up 13-2, just boom, out the gate. But at the end of the game, they look wore out, tired. And those threes, she didn't have nothing else. You notice what happened with Ju? Well, her threes wasn't falling against UCLA. She went, what? Then you drive. That's what I would do. Then I could drive. Then I would drive. Try to draw the foul, or drive and try to score, or drive and try to dish. Hannah does it too. Her three don't fall. She's driving. She need to work on that a little bit more because she get a little wild in there. But when she got an open lane, drive. But that, like AZ, she can get up. She can get to that mid range. She'll do that. But what are the chances of of her shooting the lights out like that again? Because the March Madness, by the time UConn ever would face South Carolina again, there's going to be days and days of punishment for both teams till they meet. And unless she gets in a cryo tank or hot and cold hot bath, I don't know what it's going to take. Like for her to like do that again is big time. Also, they bring up the assists. I'll bring up defense, 2.2, 2 blocks, 24.6 roundup points. If she finishes the season with that stat line, she'll be the first player in history to do it. And you mad about it because we're reporting on it? We just don't want you to look up and wonder how did she do what she did. And if you want to talk about, like MJ said, well, she played this many more games. Now here we go with that. Then, I mean, I don't know what that means, plays many more games than Caitlin did. If Juju goes further her sophomore year and her freshman year than Caitlin did, that's part of the total. That's just part of the game. Because I'm always gonna throw in your face anybody's face who want to talk about that record with Caitlin Clark. I would talk about Pearl Moore, Division II, and the amount of points she had, and Lynette Woodard, and the amount of points she had playing. We played with a men's ball to me, which is way better than this women's ball. I love the men's ball way better. And we didn't have no 3-point play back then. And she has as many points as she has. So cool it, chill it on how Juju goes and get it. If she goes further, she plays more game or whatever this, shut up. Because and leaving Caitlin, and I mean, I wish I could just rewind every single game of hers to see how efficient she was, or to see was she in the game during blowouts, or did she ever shoot 39% in a game, or or 20-something% for three? Like, I mean, I guess it's worth a conversation to talk about it. I don't know. First one is this. Okay, MJ, let me read. First one is this one. SoCal has had one of their best seasons ever, but we're not best season ever. MJ, I wouldn't say it. How about the best season since Lisa Leslie, 30 years? No, don't say ever. A few things with supporting cast for SoCal. Can you go through the roster after Juju, Kiki, and hell yes. I can go through the roster without Juju, Kiki, and Kennedy. I love Malia. I got Avery House. Avery House is going to be really good. Okay. I like Rhea Marshall, good rim protector. Clarice holds down on bets. Like, we got what we got, how we got. Okay. So we go to 8. We've shown you that. Have you been watching, MJ? Come on now. Yes, we can. Do you know how many points? Go back and look how many points our bench had. What was it against LA? We had like 18 some points, I think. The other maybe again, who do we play? Indiana and then Michigan. One of those games had like 18 points off the bench, bro. The effectiveness of supporting cast is to pick up the game when Juju's getting double. And we have, and that's what Kiki was doing. Kiki just had not a good game this time. Happens. The GOAT, and no, they can't. You preaching to the choir, but one thing you saw from me is I'm confident that Jordan is the GOAT, and I don't have to keep telling people about it. I celebrate all the greats. They focusing on Ju. They don't care about Hannah. Well, they sure was caring about Hannah 99% of the time. They did the same thing with Hannah last year. And it made me have to come at her a little harder, because I was like, yep. She raised the tide, and then Ju came. But see, starting off, you just like when you have the defending champions, right? You should rank them number 1 in your prediction to win it again. You just should start off with them, right, as number 1, right? Until they show you otherwise. There's no Caitlin Clark. Juju was the runner-up, so that's why they started off with predicting her as being player of the year. So everyone needs to raise their level because 920 points. Nobody in the country other than Kennedy Carter in the whole NCAA had ever scored that many as a freshman. The next one behind Juju was Kennedy Carter at 800. It is not Caitlin Clark, and it is not Paige Beckers. It's Kennedy Carter with 800. Do you understand what 124 points than 800 looks like for a freshman? Just stop and think about it and say, wow, that's an amazing thing to do and move on. It's a slick narrative of the player that's coming from the record of the record holder. It's like they say the record holder is the playmaker, while the other is the one-trick pony. One-trick pony. I don't even tell people anymore. I just listen to hear what they say. Exactly. You spitting facts, Ju, about how they mad at Juju and all that she's doing is hooping, but they mad. All she's doing is playing basketball. Michelle, I live in Southern California. Juju been hooping since she played at Westchester Park as a little girl. Phil Handy was her coach. This is nothing new to us. We just, Tina Thompson, what I knew her like in grammar school, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, her mom went to Washington High School, same school as Yo-Yo played for. Went to Yo-Yo the rapper and stuff. Like, we in our, if you're from LA, you know that somebody that knows somebody or you know them. It's like nothing that we know each other or we've come across one another. You know what I'm saying? And then the circle gets smaller. If you're a woman, you're a girl hooper, you're a woman hooper. We had a place where we play every summer that the Sparks gym around the Wyndham created for us. That goes way back. The kids all knew Lisa, Tina, Michelle had been away. Michelle became the coach at some point. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. So if just like you're cheering on who you're cheering for, we're cheering for who we're cheering. That's like family. It's like she's like our little niece. But she just happens to be, we didn't know what the talent was going to translate to when she got into the league. But then it was so effortless. When I seen her hoop and get 32 against Ohio State, who had went to the Final Four, they said, or 8 or something, Elite 8 the year before, I think. And to her effortlessly to do what she did with 4 fouls and so on and so forth, with a team full of new people that are a new coach. She's just that good and still getting better. Good point, people. Complain about starters still being in the game, but what do they understand is at that point, differential part of the evaluation process. That's what I'm saying, MJ. They're not taking that in consideration. And I don't have a problem with it. Let them go because what's going to happen is it may not work out for you. It may be that you risk the chances of them getting injured or burning out. You know what I mean? Or you don't get to work the rest of your bench to see how, they need to come in and get some time. But Gottlieb was doing that the whole time. She was trying. Viv Akawachu. We're trying. Oh, I forgot another person, MJ, to mention is K9, who's kind of a little bit in the slump right now. But Malia was too. Your girl Malia came out that and just woke up and came back to playing like Pity. I forgot about Kaylee Heckle. Come on, man. I got like 8 people. Maybe I was trying for 9. If I could have got Viv Akawachu going, oh, boy, I got Clarice going. That's 9. If I could have got Viv going more to this, to rise to this level, then I could have had Viv. That's 10. Listen to what I'm saying, Jacob. If somebody asks you how deep do we go, you need to speak up and talk about how many we got on our bench. You see it all the time. Back to the player of the race. Initially, Hidalgo looked to be in a slight lead with Juju and Paige for slumping, and it didn't hurt that Notre Dame beat South Carolina. Period. That's all. But I was like, God damn, November? You talking about some shit that happened in November? I was like, keep on. She's right there behind her. The stats are like, you're like 1 point. Juju's like 1.2 point. She averaged 27 last time. But she's trying to focus on other things because now we got other scoring potentials with Kennedy and Avery and Kiki, you know what I'm saying, to score. So she doesn't have to be so dominant on the scoring. So then even in the rebound, she didn't want to go in there too much. But when she's like, oh, Rhea's not going to be rebounding, let me go get a rebound. What does she get? 10 or 11. Look at her on the rise. Her cousin Tracy Mills said, what do you think how she's going to do in her first game in Vegas against Ohio State? He said, 35 points, 11 rebounds. She was like 32 points, 8 or 9 rebounds. She was right there with everything you said. That's a common thing that she does. You feel me? That's because what we do is we equate this. She's gonna get 10 points. If you call the game right, she's gonna get 10 points off of free throws. So really, she's like a 22-point average. But then you equate the 10 points. That's how she'll average 30 to 32 points, because that's how it figures out. However, we've seen a crack in the armor of Notre Dame in a few places. Our dog was one of those cracks. See, MJ give it to you. He give it to you the real. He's not afraid, even if he likes Hannah, prefers her style more than Juju. He's like, he could say that about his player. She had cracks. She was cracking. She was shrinking. She was not showing up. Her shot wasn't falling. Her ankle still could have been bothering her. But as far as like a prospect, who am I going to build a team around? It's not even me. The evaluators, the NBA coaches, NBA players, franchise GMs are going to take Juju before Hidalgo. She was the number one recruit out of high school, and it continues to be that way. And it's not because someone is handing something to her. It's her skill set. She's this good now, and all the criticism that you've given her, she's taking it in. Okay, let me work on that. Okay, let me work on this. And she's going to get better because she's determined to get in the gym and work on these things. And like DeMar DeRozan, I saw him working with her on this thing, MJ, when she would swing the ball around. It's like, and she would go counterclockwise. And this is how you clear people out of your space, right? And I knew when she was going to do it. I seen her doing it, and then I seen her do like that, and then move, boom. London fell for it, hit her, and he says, shoot it, release it when they hit you, just release it. And that's what she did when we were at home against them. I was like, oh, that's the move that that's what he was showing her. And she puts it to work. She puts it to work. However, whenever we were seeing a crack in the armor in the empty places, Hidalgo as one of those cracks. We're questioning Miles would stop. Now we're questioning, and everybody, and I still think highly of Olivia Miles. Because if Clark can go through the league with no defense and be considered and get a point voted for her for MVP, why can't Olivia? Shit. Arike didn't play no defense. Why does Olivia Miles got to be perfect? She just got to go to a team where they'll play defense by committee and cover up where she lacks. Good point regarding UConn. They did lose to y'all. They did lose to us, Notre Dame and Tennessee, 2 weeks prior to us playing SC and last. But then they played the lights out against us. Like, what is that? Who knows what they'll look like? That's the point, Michelle. I don't know who are they? I was just thoroughly surprised that he had a game plan and that the Gamecocks, I kept looking like, how did AZ keep getting loose like that? She was trying that with us, but we were getting back. If you go back, it's the same thing. She was trying to do that, but we had Chris Kokanis, who now got hired and promoted to be the coach for Dallas. He's a great schemer. He's an assistant coach for the Sparks. We got pro-style stuff on our bench. And he knew, and we dropped back, to get her. The thing about UConn, I'm gonna tell you this about UConn, that the reason why Avery gets played out, drawn out of the game. And if you hear me, Avery or Coach Gottlieb or anybody that might watch me from USC, you got to work on your girl getting burned back door, and that includes Juju. You got to have them drop back and put their hand this way, point at the player. If you want to sag off and you want to be ready to hedge your help side, You got to have your eye and your peripheral on that ball and your hand pointing at that player and stay just far enough back. Because what you're doing is you're going behind the screen and they're just backdooring you back. And if you think, Avery, for a second that you can catch up and try to block somebody, stop trying to block them. If they burn you and they get the layup off, just go and screen them out. Quit trying to block. You don't even jump high enough. You're jumping all on their back. Let them have the 2 points instead of giving them 3. What is God tarnation are you trying to prove? You cannot block the ball. Matter of fact, if you get burned, call for help. Call for Rhea. Call for help. You know you're about to get burned. Why are you fouling them? Jacob, I'm guaranteeing this right now. I guarantee that when Juju breaks the scoring record, they're going to point out that she doesn't have as many assists. I like that. MJ, I like that. Hey, B. Beckham, welcome. Before I read what you're going to say, I hope it's something nice. Welcome to my channel. Hit the like button and subscribe. Love that you wanted to join in the conversation. I love new people. Juju is a record breaker, and that's what makes her a threat. She's chopping down and breaking down the great white hope. Straight up. It's so obvious. And I don't even I don't even care. If I have to talk about race and I have to talk about, we've seen this gazillion times, man. I am like 6 decades, man, like of living. Hold on. Oh my goodness, really? This one. I don't know if you can hear me. I hope you guys can. Avery is one of my favorite players on YouTube. I know I like Avery too. I like Avery. I do. You guys are gotta come in and come back. Hold on. You know, this StreamYard been tripping. I wanted to go back to what you said, Michelle. Hope you guys can hear me. Avery is one of my favorite players. Like, I've seen her. Thank God I had caught her one day. Them showing her going into the gym with the machine that shoots the ball back out to her and finding her shot. Is like sometimes she's used. I'm gonna tell you, Avery, you are used to being a star of your team from when you played in Idaho, but sometimes you be in Ju's way and in her spot, and now you're starting to kind of slide out and find your spot so that if we go away, because this is what I would do. If you've ever seen me when I played, if I went that way and I am trying to shift the defense to come with me this way, but literally you're going to be open. I'm going to swing it back. Anytime I saw you open and it looked like I was going away, like, where's she going? She's not going to pass me. No, fool. I'm bringing the defense with me so I can get the ball back to you quicker and you'll be a lot more open when I get you the ball. That's what Juju is doing. Like, so when I go away, I don't need you moving. I need you to read the floor. Read the floor and know that if you're supposed to go up top, but London is waiting in your spot where she thinks you're going to go back door. Go back door. She's going to hit you. Move. Go back door. And then once you get it, pump fake, go up. But for the life of me, stop K9, Avery, Malia. You're not Juju Watkins. Stop driving into the paint with Betts right there. Not Janaya. Who would it be? Hawkes or Dukalej or whoever it is. you got Kennedy, you got Kiki on you, and then you go in and you see them about to collapse on you, and you keep going. Now, Malia, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to ride that baseline, right, with the ball on this side of the out of bounds be your protection, and you're trying to go through. They're not even stepping on the baseline, and you're like tripping over them, like, dude, you just drop the ball ahead, and you go. But Kennedy, when you see them in trouble like that, you're supposed to slide down in the corner, and we're going to throw you that ball right there. There's no thinking. There's no thought. There's not an extra pass. It's just shoot it. If somebody's flying at you, you really can't see the basket, there needs to be, Juju is right there. Kiki, Arian will pop out to the elbow and then shot. Okay? You need to have an inner clock and know how much time is on the clock, which is usually around 15, 17, 15, 14 seconds when all this is taking place. You got a lot of time all the way down to 10. Then you see all that's not working. Juju's getting the ball. Screen, shield somebody like football. Man, do you guys need to play some flag ball like for practice or something so you can know how to block and shield somebody? She just needs us a sliver of room, and she's gonna step through, and she's gonna euro, and she's gonna go up. But please stop taking your man towards her. Go grab somebody to box out. Go grab somebody to shield so she can get by. I've been wanting to say that so bad, MJ, and I know he know what I'm talking about. I may be a bad example of evaluating bench play this season because SC leads the country in bench scoring. Okay, but where are we in bench scoring? Because I know on average, we probably average 8 to 10. I mean, that's really what we should be doing. But it's there. But we know how to match up when we're going to match up against players. But for the most part, there were several teams that we just never played before. I had sat here and I was playing, when we were playing Rutgers, I literally, in my mental, went through and said, I can't even think of the last time we ever played Rutgers. What, 40 years ago? Literally, when I rewatched the game, the announcer said the same thing I just said. 40 years ago, we played Rutgers. Like, we have never played these people. And like, now UConn, I had a friend that played in early 2000s, Ebony Hoffman's team. I remember when Tennessee came to UCLA. I remember when her team, because she had the number one freshman team in the nation. We went to Tennessee. My homegirl, I must mention her name, Aisha Hollins, had like 23 points against Tennessee. You can look it up. We call her Reese. And then we played UConn. I said, how much you have against UConn? Against the great Gino? She said 20, 23. Like, we played them. Well, we couldn't beat them, but we played them. But going back to the Big Ten, the only people I remember playing last year was like Ohio State and Nebraska. I didn't play no Michigan State or Michigan or Maryland or Rutgers or Northwestern or Penn State. I might have played them, but I doubt it. Like, we never played them. So navigating all that with freshmen and his new team and so forth, it was fun. It was really good for us to see a bunch of different offenses and different things like that, trying to get this chemistry going, trying to play with, I don't mind how Tebow's tough. Tebow had figured out how we wanted her and how we want to play. There's times where Tebow does some fantastic things for us. I'm fine with that. She's no different than a little bit better than when she was at Oregon. But Kiki came from a rigid system where she was in and out. Tara was like in and out. Like, Tara just screwed them up over there. She was just like so rigid on Kiki. It was ridiculous. She just wasted her talent. So she comes to us and we're like, Kiki, we're not going to snatch you out. We want you to stay on the floor. It's a transactional thing going here. You give us this, we're going to give you that. And it's going to help you in your stock. Despite him being a fan of both. Jacob, that's how it always is when it comes to the favorites. Acknowledging the bad with the good from your favorite players holds a lot of weight and integrity in both debates, period. I'll admit it. Ju plays bad. There's games where she does it happen. But look, I don't like to say she plays bad. I'll say she has off nights, right? That's what shooters are going to do. There's no way you can tell me Ray Allen or any of these shooters shooting guards, MJ, Kobe, everybody, Luka, all of them, LeBron, everybody has an off night. But what you won't see is Juju have just terrible night. She'll do something with rebounding. She'll do something in the assist category. She'll do something else in a different category, which is a sign of a great player. You may be in a or let's say her efficiency is low, not that great in shooting, right? But you'll notice if she's going to a free throw line, it's because she was getting fouled. You have to take that in consideration. So bump all this efficiency bull crap, okay? Because Paige, you want to be 50 and 60% efficiency, but you only scored 18 points a game. I don't need that. You should be scoring more than that. Fam, see you selection Sunday. Okay, for sure, Michelle. We're gonna meet one day, Michelle, for sure, if you ever hear me. I do trust me. I do. Just trust me. Trust me, as people won't listen. Brass Taz, what's happening? ELJ, just dropping by to like your live stream. It's about 2 a.m. on the East Coast. Love your channel. Oh, thank you. Go Juju Watkins. I'm a big fan. Player of the year, no question. Thank you. Love my channel. Appreciate that. I think it's 16 or 17. I'm sorry, Jacob. What were we talking about? 16 or 17. I'm sorry. What up, Miss D, MJ Lover? Hey, chat. What's happening on site? but like South Carolina, I feel the same way. There's some people that speaking of on site, that when Juju gets back to you on site, that's why I was telling you, MJ, and I appreciate you coming to my channel saying Juju was right. I knew from them tears that she shed, I said the next time she ever see UConn, and she ever see nothing personal about Paige, because they hung out this summer doing overtime select, I said she about to do everything that she did, blocked her on the perimeter, blocked her. She couldn't even get no shots off. Hunter Cruz, he does his YouTube, and he does like the analytics and breakdowns. He showed how many points Hannah could score on her, nothing. Like he'll talk about like when Jews on them or Sublime Sport, and he broke down how many points nobody was scoring on her. That's why she's in a finalist for Player of the Year. That's why defensive player. I'm sorry. That's why she's in the conversation of defense. I mean, for somebody to have the ball 30 to 40 to 50% usage to play that much defense is just like when Michael Jordan was. They questioned his defense. He said, "Oh, you don't think I can play defense?" Oh, okay. So this season, we'll see. That all the athleticism, that man was getting it. He was getting it. Same thing they said about Candace. Oh, you don't think she plays defense? Oh, I think Magic Johnson, same thing. It's like, are you kidding me? They are all around players. As far as bad nights go, here are a few of the dynamics that go along with it. Unless you have solid level-headed teammates to go back you up. And it's a trust thing, because I see it with you. There's times where she passed that ball, but I know she could have took that shot. But you do that to build the confidence of your teammates, or it's a better, more high percentage shot. But the way the shot that she had, or the dive through the middle that she had, she could have scored. Sometimes you do that. Sometimes you back off. It's like, okay, we're gonna make it so that, I to get the rest of my team going. And then some of the time they don't want to pass back because they think, they don't want their ball stolen. You know what I'm saying? It's a trust. And I've seen sometimes where they don't trust each other, and rightfully so. I can understand of a player of Juju's caliber why she doesn't trust them, because there's time after time after time this season where blown. What do you call it? Putbacks or face just. I forget what it's called. What's going on? Slipping my mind right now. That they should have made those right under the nail on the post right there. Like, I mean, dime. There was a dime she gave her at Connecticut, Kiki, and she just blew it. It was like, are you kidding me? You were wide open. Like, are you kidding me? And it just like, And then she don't want to come down and just keep going. If they would understand that, it's like, baby, you don't want it. Let this go on and shield that girl. Go get the board. Let Juju just take that. But at the same time, you gotta trust your teammates. You gotta keep working on it. You both gotta keep working on it. But stop blowing. And then I started seeing them killing it with not dropping the, finishing the shot, finishing the pass. I've seen great moments with that too. Yeah, they were guarding her from the parking lot. Literally, she just got out the shower. And they guarding her from the locker room and carrying on. When Juju has that off Saturday nights, your teammates needed to take advantage of their matchup. And trust me, MJ, I don't know how much you've seen that when that's happened and she's had to go. One thing I noticed this year that was way better this year, towards the end, Padilla and Forbes did win a lot of games when Juju fouled out, like Arizona, UCLA, Colorado. There's been some times where they against Stanford, things like that. They did some really good things towards the end. They finally got clicking with each other. But this time I've seen Juju sit out, and they actually were holding it down. They actually were playing better when they're not in the game. So I've seen, both. That's why we're in the position to be a number one seed, because they have improved with this team when she's not in the game. USC California bench points. Yeah. We got bench points. I've seen some real good bench points. I was looking at it the other. Jacob, you should have been backing me up on that when I was telling you that it was like 16, 18 points we had off the bench. Are you excited about the Battle of the Real SC? I'm really excited about it. I am, because I've been wanting to see it, but I didn't want to see it this year. I think it's going to be so good for the game because everybody wants to see it. And one of the biggest reasons I want to see it, Miss D, is because I didn't play everybody I wanted to play, except for LSU. I haven't played them. I wanted to play like LSU, or I know what happened in this private scrimmage against Texas already this year. I wanted to see South Carolina. Of course, I want to see that. I think everybody would want to see that. Not because I'm like, ooh, I just want to see us, beat them. I got something to prove. I just think that's going to be an exciting game because people want to see it. I want to see it. We never played them. Like, it's time to play them now. I did not want to play this year. I was like, for what? I have nothing to look forward to. I don't even know this team. They don't even know each other. I'm not going to destroy my confidence. What are we going to gain from that? We can get better. Damn it, we're playing Notre Dame and UConn. We're going to get better. We've already played Texas behind your guys' back. You just don't know it. Like, damn. I don't want to play them right now. I mean, if they did, I don't know what I would have subtracted out to play. And if we did play them and win, then what? It still wouldn't have told me anything. But I am excited about it. Definitely, because I think and I do want to see, like I tried to tell MJ, no, they won't guard each other. I said, MJ, they are gonna guard each other. Paige is gonna want to guard Juju. She has something to prove, and we want to see it. And I told you, and just like Fawali, Fawali wouldn't be to me the person I would put on Juju next year. You might want to try to test her or something like that. But they're gonna face each other. There's gonna be like a moment, and there's gonna be an exchange where Fawali does. She's gonna be in LA. Hey, come on to LA, y'all. We're gonna have all the celebrities out for you. We're gonna have all, NBA. We're gonna have Sparks. We're gonna have coaches in the dub out. It is we're more just like you guys. We're real interactive with one another. You're gonna see everybody that you're gonna see at the crypto, because it's more space and more room. We're gonna make it really, really fun, really exciting. Right outside the crypto arena, we have LA Live, so there's restaurants right there. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna see a lot. You're gonna see the celebrities that you want to see. We're gonna make it. Who do you want to see? Like, let us know. Like, maybe we'll have them there. I don't know. Magic Johnson. Who do you want to see? Like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and it's gonna be super fun. I mean, Dawn knows she played for us. She played for the Spark. She was a Spark. So I've seen Dawn back in her decline. days. So it's just gonna be hella fun. And yes, we do want the highlight reel of Fuali. I definitely want her to do her thing, and Juju's gonna do her thing. And yes, it is gonna be more about that than anything, because it's gonna be about putting on a show. Juju had 28 points in that game, and the refs decided to swallow the whistle. What is the game plan to compensate for that? For swallowing the whistle? That's a great question. We've done. We've seen her have to face that several times, where they swallow the whistle. I think for Ju, I would because I've had it happen to me in that position. When the ref's gonna follow the whistle, you cannot play for the whistle. You got to play for the finish. You have to play through the finish. You cannot think you're gonna get a whistle, and that goes for you, Kiki. And that goes for you, and Kennedy. All of you guys, Hecko, all of you guys, TiVo, all of you guys. We're gonna play until they have to go beep 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 beep. Like when Ray and Kiki Rice were holding on to that ball, I need you to run over there. They need to stop play until I goddamn it hear the whistle. Because when they swallow the whistle, you gotta play like whatever contact. Like she did this sweet move. Her parents jumped up. You thought they was cheering you on, but if you watched the play close enough, London got away with raking her, and she still finished. And it's sad. That's when Juju went like, "What? Okay, fine. You got to just keep going. Play through the whistle. Play through. Don't try to draw it. If you get it, you get it. But don't try to draw. That's what I would do if they're gonna play it like that. I really like Kennedy and Kiki's on SoCal, but Kennedy is inconsistent. Of late has been with her shot. It's okay. Playing both ends has been pretty hard for her. She has a vlog, and like she said, she's been testing where she's dehydrated. She's not hydrated enough. She's a baby. She's just learning. She's a long season. She went to postseason state championship last year, all the way to FIBA basketball. So there's such thing as a freshman wall. This week, giving her that rest and whatever it is that she needs, looking at film, getting out and finding that shot, she'll be ready. Because she's a champion. She's a Gatorade Player of the Year. She's gonna be fine. So confident to stop shooting jump shots. Yeah, Kennedy, MJ Lever, yeah. Hecko, we got to get her confidence back. She'll be key an attorney for SoCal. She doesn't carry the heaviest load, but she will have to be on point with her assignments on or off. Yeah, but I want Malia and Talia to be on point. We'll get Hecko in the games early like Cal and Hawaii to help her get her confidence back. But when it comes down to us getting ready to play Duke and all that kind of stuff, she got to be ready. Are we getting into schedule combo again? Lay will be starting next season. I think Lay better be starting. 12 for 12, Juju for the highlights and the win. 12 for 12. It's going to be so. It's exactly the conversation I had with Seth Stocksport. This is where me and Seth, and it's unfortunate that we haven't both been on the show together, that we're not doing it, because this is where our show was talking about this. We're a little bit preemptive, a little bit earlier than it, but this is finally what I personally want to see. I'm not like hype like that to want to see it, but I think this is what we're looking for. For fun. Who's to really see? Okay, fine. Whatever we're shooting for with that, I don't know the name, what the title is, whatever, but it's like who's really see it? It's just bottom line, right? And then they both wear 12. They both play the same position, combo kind of guard and all that. They both got highlights. It's gonna be a telltale, and it's gonna be freaking fun and cool. Translating at everybody, if you live in Los Angeles, you're spoiled about everything that comes with it on the positive side. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys coming to town, because I have friends that a lot of my, I ain't gonna lie, most of my black friends are like, if Juju hadn't been on USC, we are Gamecockers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are Gamecockers. That's it's like our cousins to us. You feel me? We're Gamecockers. Most of my friends are Gamecock fans. But because we have Juju Watkins, it's just a matter of recency, loyalty, and the fact that they started to come to the game and say, "Oh shoot, we got this." Yeah, MJ, Krishan, you know what I'm saying? Like MJ, no, you know MJ, right? So am I excited about them coming? Hell yeah, because I think this is what we need for you guys to come, and we need to see our Juju go up against the Gamecocks, and the Gamecocks come and play us, and we welcome it. You know what I'm saying? There's no like there's no animosity or anything between us at all. And so it's like we want that, and I want that for the sport. I want this to grow the game. Like I literally like in 26, I hate flying. I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. Jesus Christ. Like I have to go and fly to CLA because I've been asked to go to CLA since 2000. Damn, what was this? 2012, 12, 13, somewhere in there. Was it 12, 13? Right there. 12 and 13. I knew about the growing support and everything was going on out there. Also, I like, come on, you go. I got you a ticket. I'm supposed to be right there. Don's doing this. It's really fun at the games. Woo. All that. I'm gonna find out if my friend is going. I'm supposed to get my book signed by her book. Like, I'm supposed to be right there. I want to see what it's like. Now I want to see what it's like because I got to see on YouTube from somebody's phone. It was a different atmosphere from where they show what goes on when the lights go off and everything. I think who are you guys playing that day? Texas, I think. No, LSU. I was like, oh yeah, I want to be in there. So I can't let my namesake Juju go out there without bringing her some support and all the USC fans sitting together because I wanted to go down there and get ate up with the CLA from CLA. Like we gotta show up for her. Also, the real LC applies to football team hands down. Let's just get that away. Exactly. I tried to tell him. I'm like volleyball, track and field, the whole 9 yards. Like I don't get that. The Iowa guy, where you at? I thought you'd be jumping up and down, winning your first conference title. Me too. He wasn't feeling good. He had the flu. And then it was his birthday. I think it was his birthday, MJ. He had a lot going on. Jordan Olsen. Why you gotta call him Jordan Olsen? Jordan Olsen. I didn't even think it was gonna be like. I didn't even know that it was gonna be. I mean, I really didn't even think we were gonna lose. I'm not gonna lie. I did not see that coming. I just wanted to get. I kept saying, I just want to get out of here with a 3-point win. I don't care. Let me get my girls home. Let me go and get this, But I felt like it was good for them to lose. Some of them need a little humbling. Really take this serious, and I thought, like, you know what, we can learn from this. Juju, it's never good for Juju to lose because she never ever stops or takes anybody for granted. She's always on 10. She's always preparing herself. I mean, she's just on a mentally, what it all means. She's on a different level than some of them. Some of them don't understand. Is like, look, don't take this stuff for granted. Don't assume. I hate it when Kiki said, well, we just get the ball to Juju. It's not just get the ball to Juju, goddammit. You got to do what you got to do. Because any other time, you be sitting up there like trying to slip down and try to score when you could have gave it to her, but you didn't. I don't care if you want to take the shot, make the shot. If you're scared of the Bud Master, it's actually coming. They so scared of us. I ain't gonna lie. UCLA hates to see us coming. And I would be too, because if you look at those two games, how we dominated, they was really trying to fight with us. Okay, I get it. It could be intimidating trying to beat us at home. But then we go to your house and do the same thing. And everybody would like, want to throw Iowa in our face. Well, Iowa. Man, did you see how we traveled? We had just been back east. We came back for one game at the end of January. And then they put us back on the plane. And then they gave Iowa a week off. It was like a setup for days. I could see it because I was like, I remember I used to have to fly 2 times, maybe sometimes 3 times a month. I used to have to fly to Iowa and West Virginia for my job a couple of years ago, right? 2018, 17, I think 16, 19. I had to do this like maybe around 17, 18, 19, 20. No, 19. I was flying back and forth for work. And they made me do like turnarounds. I used to go see students at the college in Iowa. And another kid was going to school in West Virginia. And they would make me do this turnaround flight, cheap selves. Sometimes I would stay in the hotel or not. Man, my legs felt like, it was, after a while, I was like, and then sometimes, there were layovers and stuff like that because they were going the cheap route. Oh my God, you guys. I couldn't imagine playing basketball. Like, sometimes it hit you. And for the first time, I felt jet lag. I felt it. I never knew what that was like. I just had to, I couldn't move. It was like I just felt so heavy. And I said, wow, how do they avoid this? I said, SoCal will never forgive me for this. Oh, man. I know, you guys was mad at us for losing that, right, against Iowa. I don't know what happened. And then Lindsay with her kissing ass self trying to, Clark this, Clark that. I was just like, but she's a smart lady, though. And she's a little more diabolical than you think. She knows how to play to this media. She knows how to keep certain things, like keep your enemies close. Like try to like kind of appease them. Don't. She doesn't want to push Juju. I don't either. I don't want to oversaturate the public with Juju. I don't want to do that. I don't want to oversaturate because she's so young. One, I don't want to put all that pressure on her, even though I know pressure makes diamonds and I know she can handle it. But I want people to appreciate her more so than make her out to be a villain. Even though Villain Jew is kind of funny, it's cool to see her like that. But it's in there, trust me. We always gotta be palatable. You know what I mean by that? Palatable. We gotta be palatable to the Caucasians, because if you're not and you're unapologetic, it's just like with Muhammad Ali. And then like Muhammad Ali because he was this Negro that was outspoken and unapologetic in his belief, and his confidence offends. And that's what Deion Sanders is trying to say. My confidence offends your insecurities. And they're not willing to bow to that. You know what I mean? Either you're gonna like them or you're not. And she doesn't have that type of coach. Like Dawn is like, you know what I mean? Dawn is more like, don't hate these girls. These girls are very, these are really good. They're good. They're good kids. And she's like, come at me, not them. Come at me. No, Lucy Jordan had a great game. She did. She had a great game. She played her game. And Caitlin Clark came, and they said that Caitlin Clark practiced as Juju and gave them some pointers and some insight. But Lucy Olsen was third in scoring last year behind Juju. So I wasn't surprised. But I heard Rhea make a comment. Let me play them again. Let's play it. Let us play Iowa again under these circumstances. Unlike in a neutral setting. Wait till we play, and we'll play them again next year because they're coming to LA. Because we go back and forth, right? We played them there, now they're coming to us, and I guarantee. Well, Rhea won't be there, but I guarantee Juju, just the way she had to get back, against Paige, we gonna have to get back against them. And Lucy won't be there, unfortunately, but her team will have to suffer the wrath. Okay, they gonna have to suffer the wrath. But UCLA is always gonna be it's always gonna be like this. Fuqua is always gonna have this battle with us until the day of Jesus Christ's return. It's just the way it's gonna be. It's never gonna be no happy. It's never gonna be friendly. So it's gonna warning you now. So it is what it is. We don't even mention each other's name. We just say crosstown. Yeah, Olsen and Sellers were too clunky, like real kind of players that don't have that kind of juju like mechanics and stuff. But and see, Olsen got this weird. What I would do for Olsen if I had to guard her, she shoots behind her head in this weird way. So I already know how to fade by her and block her from behind. But she could pull up. She's one of those kind of players that just pull up anywhere. Just give her enough space, enough room. So she did good. She played good. She's a senior. She played like a senior. Yeah, we'll kill them. Especially because you did that and kind of just messed us up. We would be one loss right now. One loss. No, two losses. Sorry, we were one of the rare teams with two losses. And then we'd be in this battle of conversation like we should be the overall number 1 seed. We would be the number 2 seed and all this crap, right? Then we'd have to make the argument, should we, it would just look totally different and a different landscape that I don't think we deserve. We're still kind of like haven't really put together. We came close, but we haven't really put together that full potential of a game to me, MJ. So I don't think they were ready. If them girls would have came in real solid, we could have had an undefeated season. 1, if Kennedy had the minor surgery. 2, not lose to Iowa. And let's just say we have 1 loss to UCLA, if any. But definitely would have been number 1. And I just feel like, number 1 don't feel right for me yet. I mean, we would have to be really walking real confident. If Kiki would have been balling like the way we thought, she's not bad. Now, don't get me wrong, Kiki, because I know you liked something on my page. I don't think you're a bad player at all. I don't think you've had a terrible, horrible season. I just think you did yourself a little disservice, like not working extra on that putback, hitting that ball. I told you higher off the rim. If you notice how Lisa was talking to Angel, I don't know if you have time to even pay attention to what's happening on Arrival and how Lisa Leslie is working with Angel. And she just tweaked this one little thing, and I've been trying to tell you and Rhea the whole time. You got Juju there, and you got Clarice there. Clarice shoots it right off the glass, and to turn your body. Leah, you heard me on that layup. Heckle, you need to listen. When you are going full blast at the basket at the height you are, which are the same height as me, 5'8", 5'9", you gotta curve to lay it up and go through the rim. Don't try to rebound your missed layup going full blast. And Heckle, you have to change direction. Left hand, right hand, stop, go, pull back, left, right. That's straight to the basket stuff from half court or 94 feet. This is not high school. You can't do that. You can't do that, sweetheart. You're not running as fast as you think you are. You're not. You some moments you have those moments where you sneak in and you catch people off guard. But the higher level of competition and the more that it means at this next level, and I guarantee you, I believe we are going to possibly, if Duke continues to play the way they play, if you remember how it was playing Ole Miss or playing Indiana or playing Michigan or Maryland, playing those teams that play this hard defense, if we have to go up against a team like that from a different conference like that, you could miss out from going to the Final Four by losing to Duke. I'm going to tell my girls from USC right now, do not Whatever you do, do not. You're gonna make Juju sick to her stomach if you do not make the Final Four. She will be sick. And then everybody in the league, in the country, gonna have to get the wrath of Juju from there on. But don't kill that baby spirit. She's worked too hard. She sacrificed too much coming to USC and giving her heart and soul to this community and to our city. Don't do that. She could have went anywhere else in this country. Play for each other. Play for us. Play for each other. We're going to love you. We're going to back you no matter what. Play for each other. Okay? Prove your naysayers wrong. You deserve to be in the Final Four. You deserve it. But don't take anything for granted. Don't take anyone. On your own, get in the gym. Work on what you got to work on. Work on that shot. Watch film. Go back and watch film. Your studies are done. There shouldn't be nothing. I don't see no vlogging. I don't see no TikTok and dances. It's time to lock in. Focus. You can make money this year. I don't want to see any of that. All right? Well, my dog is snoring now. I think he's trying to tell me something. It's time to go to bed. It's 11:30 on the West Coast. I'll come back with more encouraging words as I continue to see what other outlets are saying about brackets and different things like that. And of course, Selection Sunday, we'll come back. We're going to have this conversation again. For those of you who had joined me, who came in and said you like my channel, I appreciate that so much. You know, I never thought I'd be doing something like this, but I'm doing it. And I'm glad I got an outlet to speak to somebody. And I definitely want to thank those of you who came in correct and wanted to have a conversation about hoops and participated tonight in this conversation and was in my comments. I appreciate that. Hit that like button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe today. I should have more subscribers. I want to find where my chosen people at. Come through. It's getting ready to go down. It's about to be super duper exciting. And if you want to see my reaction to it all, come join me here this week, Selection Sunday, and from moving forward, March to Madness. And let's see where the chips fall. Let's see where the chips fall. All right. Taco Tuesday is over. I'm done. I hope you're done. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, tell a friend, and I'll see you soon.